Shortening my Baggu straps. I bought the small and medium crescent bags, and they're sold with long straps. I'm 5'1", so they're a little long for my liking. Supplies. Sewing gauge, chalk, measuring tape, scissors, and a sewing machine. Trimming the excess. Here's the original medium crescent strap. You can see the end is double folded to hide the raw edge, and there's 2 rows of stitches running across to hold it in place. So I currently have the 47-inch strap, and I want to size it down to the 37.5-inch strap. I'm measuring out 10 inches roughly. We're going to mark that with the chalk, and we're going to cut that with the scissors. I just realized that I forgot to measure with the excess for the fold, and now it's a little shorter than I wanted, but that's fine. Moving along to the small crescent bag, I currently have the 51-inch strap, and I'm going to bring it down to 37 inches, so that's about 14 inches. I'm going to mark it off just a little bit with the chalk so that I can get the full intact Baggu word if I folded it. This is very rough. And then we're going to snip it. You can see them side by side. This is how much I cut off. All right, let's move along to folding the ends. I want it to kind of look like what it was on the original strap. So I'm double folding it, and then I'm going to try to hold it down with a binder clip since the pins were a little too weak. It's roughly about 3/4 inches. I'm going to do the same thing with a small crescent. There's the original, and then I'm going to measure out how much they folded it, roughly 3/4 inch. And then I'm going to fold over my raw edge twice so that it's roughly the same size. It's a little bulky, so we're going to have to flatten that. Again, I used a binder clip for this too. It kind of looks like it, right? All right, so we're going to use an iron to press down our fold so that it doesn't move when I'm sewing it over. I'm going to use my sewing gauge to measure out the rough position of the row of stitches that runs across to hold the fold. So here I am setting my position, bringing down the foot, and then this is where I start struggling. My machine kept getting stuck. I'm not really editing this part out so you can see how difficult it was. You can see it going really slow. My machine wasn't moving by itself, so I had to help it with the wheel on the side. And also, don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and at the end to make sure your stitches don't move. This next clip is a little necessary, but I did redo my stitches. I went over them again. I don't want you to think this is an actual tutorial. It's just my experience trying to shorten my straps. And I had trouble trying to get through this thick strap. And you'll see right here, my needle breaks. I freaked out a little bit, but I actually had a spare needle, so that was fine. Anyways, I ended up finishing the second row of stitches on the black strap, and it moved through a lot easier, so I'm not sure what happened. All right, let's move on to the green. I basically do the exact same steps with this strap, and I had to go through my stash of color threads to find the best matching one. None of them are exact, but really, who's looking? I picked this one. And then I filled up my bobbin with this new green thread to make sure the bottom stitches matched too. So I'm going to use my handy dandy gauge to mark the positioning of the first row of stitches from the end of the strap. Let's carefully position that, measuring it twice to be safe. And then, for some reason, this one went a lot smoother than the black strap. The machine didn't get hung up, no needles were broken. We're just going to go straight down with a back stitch at the beginning and the end. And voila, it's shorter now and it's tidy. Oh wait, I have to do the second one. I forgot. All right, second row of stitches, back stitch, and snip, snip. And look, it's short now and petite friendly. Let's look at the before as well. Over there, see how long it is? Unhappy Anna. Happier Anna here. Crossbody, still good. And here's the blue one. On the left is the after and the right is the before. Thanks for watching.